Hello and thank you for watching. What I'll be installing today is a pair of door gap fillers from Federal Military Parts. Steve O'Brien sent these over when he noticed I had some large gaps between the B-pillar and the doors. So this is a project they've been working on and they're just starting to produce. Now what these do is they fill up that gap so that you keep more heat in your vehicle in the winter and you help reduce the wind noise as you're traveling down the highway. So the first step here is to paint them. They're a wonderful silver color, but I prefer they match the black of my vehicle, so I'll just give them a few coats of paint here, and this is how they turn out. Now as you notice, they're already pre-drilled for a 3/16 rivet, and that'll be really handy. That'll be the standard size I'll be using to drill all the holes. And the first thing I'll do is I'll slip it up there the way I want it. Now I want the rounded edge down just in case somebody gets in funny, they won't cut themselves on it, and that'll allow me to easily conceal the sharper top edge behind the rail that goes above the top of the door there. Now I'll be marking both that hole in the back and the hole in the bottom there, and I'll be drilling those out. Now that I have them drilled, you can see I have a rivet stuck into the bottom hole, and even though it looks like there's a screw in the top hole, it's actually a bolt with a screw head. Now this is just sitting in there loosely just as a placeholder, so that way it's aligned correctly. And while that is correctly aligned, I have already tightened that bolt so that it won't come loose. Now because there's 3 holes here to hold it together, I want to drill all 3, so I'll remove that, and then I'll remove that top rail there carefully not to dislodge that, so that I can mark the hole in the back and drill it. So you don't necessarily need all 3 holes drilled, but I will drill all 3 just because it helps hold it in place, and I'll make a nicer finished product when it's done. Now you can see I have that rail off there. On the right hand side I have the hole marked, and on the left hand side I have it drilled. Now the idea here is to hold it tight enough that they don't dislodge, mark your holes and drill them. Now here's what it looks like when it's finished. As you notice, I haven't painted the rivets or screws yet, but there's 2 rivets in top and a screw in the bottom. The reason there's rivets in top is because there's not enough room to put a nut against the B-pillar, so a rivet works well there. And the reason I have a screw in the bottom is I hope to put a removable hardtop on my Humvee, and in order to remove this hardtop, it will be attached to that rail, and I'll need to remove the door gap filler with the rail. So I decided to use a screw there so I can easily remove everything at once, and I don't have to drill out a rivet if I ever decide to remove it. Now you'll also notice this does completely eliminate the gap issue. It'll definitely be a lot quieter and it'll be a lot warmer. The door also shuts and sits nicely against there a lot better than it used to. So hope this helps. If you like this video, like it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out some videos on the hardtop and other fixes and repairs, and that will just notify you whenever they come out. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.